Hello, these are your bi-weekly EdTech coaching tips with me, Billy, for the week of January 25th, 2016. All right, so if you are a teacher at one of my lucky schools, I would normally be doing a check-in with you regarding the educational technology many of you, if not most of you, are using with your students. So in the Google form with this video, you have the opportunity to share, hey, what's going on? What kind of successes are you having? What struggles are you noticing with this technology? I have a great Google Chrome Store tip for you today. And I'm excited to share with you something I've already shown a couple of you, Go Formative, a really neat way to get formative assessment data from your students, whether they're high school, middle school, or elementary school. All right, let's jump in. So my Chrome Store tip. All right, my extension I've been loving. It's been around for a little while, and I wanted to introduce it to you all. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Read and Write. It is an extension, so you can see it right up here. And what it does is, the purpose of this extension is to help struggling readers. And how do they do that? Well, they will turn the text of any Google Drive item and project it. So if you're a struggling reader, you can follow along as the computer is reading you the text. They even have a translation feature that works really, really well when you're in a Google Doc. Now, it is freemium, so yes, there are free things you can use, like the items I just mentioned, but if you want the premium stuff, the real good stuff, you do have to pay. And that includes, you can get an image dictionary of a word right on the web page, which looked really, really cool. I want to try that out. Anyway, play with it, check it out. If you use Chromebooks, if you are a one-to-one laptop school, highly recommend you have your students add this, especially if they're a struggling reader. All right. Let me show you just a little bit how this works. So here I am. I'm on a little website, something I used with my AP government students last year, a little reading video, Google form about congressional committees. And you can see I've already downloaded Read Write. So if I click on it, here comes this little toolbar. I can move it around. Let's leave it there. So let me click some text. I want it to read this out loud. You'll notice there's highlighting features. If you pay for the premium aspects, you can use some of these things. Most of the tools are available in Google Docs. If you're using websites and other things, not all of the tools will necessarily work, but if you're specifically doing Google Doc, it works really well. So if you click on play.
There are 4 types of committees: standing committees, conference committees, joint committees, and special committees.
That's pretty cool. So it reads it, and then you can change the settings. You can change the voice, the speed, the translation, which I didn't really get into. You can play with that as well. Did my computer just freeze on me? Looks like it did. And let me do that. Reload. Hey, there we go. All right. Oh my gosh, that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, so let me open it up one more time. There you go. Let's say you wanted to translate. All right. I work with all immigrant students. 80% of them speak Spanish as a primary language. All right. Let's click on that.
There are 4 types of committees: standing committees, conference committees, joint committees, and special committees.
All right. Hey, let's translate that. All right. So let me translate. Let me pick the sentence. Let me click on the translate. And there it is. There's
Hay 4 tipos de comités: comités permanentes, los comités de conferencias, comités conjuntos y comités especiales.
It's got that Castilian España accent to it, but hey, that's pretty good. It's got the English text right there. It has the Spanish text right there, and it puts that out loud, helping struggling readers. I work with a lot of students that they might speak Spanish, but they're not necessarily literate in Spanish. So this is something to help them. This is something you can use to differentiate with your students. So that is Read Write. Love it. Use it. Try it out. If you don't like it, hey, don't worry about it. All right. The last thing I want to go over with you today, my usable resource. This is something I've been playing around with since the fall. I was a little hesitant at first, but now I really, really like it after playing with it and seeing the updates to it. It's called Formative or Go Formative. It's fantastic way to gather formative assessment data. Just in the name, you get live results. You literally get the screens of your students on your computer, and you can see what they're drawing, typing, what images they're uploading to answer questions. Really cool. The scoring is very quick. You can give instant feedback, written feedback, while they're doing something. You as the teacher can include images, YouTube videos. There's a whiteboard for you to draw something, or let's say you had a math problem or something you wanted the students to draw, they can draw as a way of giving an answer. And what I really like, since we are a Google Apps district, it's Google Classroom compatible. So you can make your assessment, you can informative, push it to your class or classes without having to go back and forth on the websites. And by doing that, the students don't have to go to any special website, any special code. Really awesome. I'm just doing a quick little information session about it. I'm not going to go through all the steps and everything. I think that would bore most of you. I got these two really cool gifts from the written guide that is included on this Google form that you can check. And they do have fantastic video tutorials if you like that route. I'm a big fan of the written guide because they go a little bit slower, and I like the whole check mark aspects of it. Whether you teach elementary, middle, high, ESOL, special ed, whatever, this is a really cool resource. One more thing I got to mention. I can't believe I didn't do it. One of the coolest things about formative is, let's say you've been teaching for a while, or if you're not, no big deal, and you have some excellent handouts you put a lot of effort into creating over the years. You can upload those handouts. Then you can have students answer questions on those handouts in formative. You don't have, it doesn't do any wacky reformatting. You literally drop the formative question into the handout, and the students click on that to answer the question. Really, really cool. I think a lot of you will really like that. I hope this was helpful. Once again, these were EdTech coaching tips with Billy, and I apologize I wasn't able to be with you in person, but you can always message me, and I will help you as well as I can. Have a great day.